small. Wow, tiny.
You are currently listening to Tiny Table,
where we explore TTRPGs you might not have heard of.
Whether big or small, we hope to cover them all.
Because we know that great things can come in tiny packages.
All right, run the intro.
And welcome to Tiny Table, where no game is too small. From rules to rolling to review, we teach RPGs so you can play too. Hello, everyone, and welcome to our new game. We're going to be playing Raccoon Sky Pirates today. Can I get some introductions from my lovely players?
Hi, I'm Holly, and my favorite trash animal is the raccoon. When I was a kid, my dad came across a baby raccoon whose the rest of their family had sadly died. And I remember I was in the car with my sister, and we picked him up, and we fostered them for a few days. And they would hang out in the yard, and they'd come to us every morning before we brought them to the wildlife reserve or like rescue or whatever it was. And those were very fond memories for me.
That's so beautiful.
So sweet.
Baby. How big was the baby?
Really small. My mom would hold it, and it would nuzzle up against her, and we'd feed it crackers, so we called it Polly.
Oh my God. Polly the raccoon.
That's so cute.
Damn, that's really cute. In a very similar fashion, hi, my name is Skyler, and I also friggin' love those little trash pandas. I love raccoons so much, and I think a lot of it is fueled, like, I think all trash animals are great, but I've had a one-on-one interaction with a raccoon that I'll remember forever. I was living with one of my old buddies from high school, and on my way home from like work or the gym, it was really, really late, and I noticed like in my headlights passing by the dumpster, there's a little raccoon chilling, like kind of digging through the trash, and I was like, oh my God, I've never seen one of these up close. I know exactly what to do. I pulled over, and in my bag, I had a little like uneaten lunch that I hadn't finished from my like shift, and I pulled out a little strawberry jelly uncrustable sandwich from my bag, popped that bad boy open, you know, kind of very delicately walked my way over, and I like, you know, it kind of like, you know, got on guard, so I like very slowly just kind of set it down on the opposite end of like the top of the dumpster. It's looking at me, it comes up, grabs the sandwich really quick, kind of scurries back, and then just with its hand, it's like, nom, 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 just like eating it, like jelly's getting everywhere all over its face. It's like wiping its face of like peanut butter and jelly, and it's eating the whole thing. And then my friend scolded me afterwards because apparently they were having a raccoon problem, and I was definitely going to attract more with this kind of behavior. So, but
I love how your first impulse to seeing wild animal is, ooh, let me feed it.
Let me feed it.
A little snack.
I just want to give it a little treat. I want to see how they eat. They're so curious.
I love the idea that the raccoon gets back to, you know, to its den, and everyone's like, oh, how was the scavenging? And it's like, pretty good. You know, one of the big uns came around, gave me something. It was all right. No crust though. Kind of disappointing. That's my favorite part.
Hi, I'm Neo, and my favorite trash animal is the humble American opossum. I love those little guys. I love that their face looks like I like that they have little black beady eyes and little gray glovies, and I like that all the babies ride up on the little mama's back, and I like that when you open a drawer, it goes...
Yeah, screaming at all moments.
I love them. They're so freaking cute. I've never had an in real life experience with them, but I have always admired them from afar.
And they're arguably the most relatable of the trash animals, I find. I too want to scream when someone turns the lights on.
Oh, 100%.
More every day.
Every day.
Oh boy. And hello, I have been, and will continue to be your facilitator, Julian. This game's a fun one because I'll be facilitating for rules stuff, but I will also be playing a character.
Let's go!
The range.
Based. And my favorite trash animal is, it's gotta be the skunk. Skunk. Because I think they are genuinely like super beautiful animals.
Very cute.
Like super cute. We got the chiaroscuro. We got the stripes. Their faces are really adorable. Big gorgeous tail. And I'm of the opinion that there need to be more animals with as universally understood of a gimmick as a skunk. It's hard to beat skunk for immediate, like, awareness and reaction from all human beings. Better than poison, better than spikes. The thing that ultimately truly repulses us is you stinky.
Yeah, it's got the tech. It's absolutely got the tech. It's the
Ew.
one animal that I feel like knows a magic spell that will get you away from it as fast as possible.
A very distinct suburban Pennsylvania feature was driving in the car with your parents and being like, all right, there's either a skunk around or someone smoking weed.
Teen smoking weed. What they didn't know, it's actually a teen skunk smoking weed.
Smoking weed, absolutely.
Given to it by Skyler.
Yeah.
There.
So today we are going to be playing Raccoon Sky Pirates. Very exciting. I have run this game once before. I think it's an absolute treat. Something I love about this game is that it has a very explicit scene structure. Game takes place over 5 scenes, each of them with their own little bespoke set of rules and complications. We will hopefully get to see all 5 of them. There is a very distinct possibility that if we fail in scene 1, we skip clean over scenes 2, 3, and 4 and go immediately to the epilogue because our ship explodes.
So if you end up seeing that there's only 1 episode instead of 2 or 3, you can maybe do a little inference to what's happened in the later half of this episode.
Our bad.
Oops. It blew up. Oopsie. But first, before we can blow the ship up, we have to build it in the first place. We're going to flip the order from the book slightly for podcast scene coolness and build the ship first. Then we are going to introduce the characters. When making the ship, you begin with the player who most recently took out the trash, which is me.
Yes.
15 minutes ago.
Yeah. Trash.
Incredible.
It was almost you,
It was
Skyler.
almost me.
Could have been you, but I sniped you. So, I'm going to be the decider on how does the ship float. I'm going to go with dozens of helicopter blades because that seems like it will go so badly immediately.
Lovely.
We then rotate clockwise. So Neo, you will pick the first of the ship's 2 strengths.
Excellent. And this is all being done on a little sheet of paper that was included in the Raccoon Sky Pirates box set that I purchased. However, I believe these resources can be found online in the PDF as well.
True.
Correct.
Well, if we're going to have 1 billion helicopter blades, we better be fucking fast.
So I imagine then I will get to pick another strength?
Yep. And this will be the last
Okay.
strength we have. Everything that isn't a strength is instead a liability, which is the thing opposite of the strength on the sheet.
Okay, lovely. There's so many helicopter blades. While we might be fast, I don't think we're very quiet or sleek or stealthy. Okay, you know what? I think I'm going to put that our strength is we are well armed with helicopter blades.
Okay. Holly, would you read off now all of our ship's liabilities before you go on to our next decision? So everything that isn't a strength, you read from the opposite column, and that is a liability of our ship.
Everything else?
Everything else.
We are noisy.
Yep.
We're vulnerable. We're rickety.
Yup.
We're hard to steer.
Yup.
And we're big and obvious.
You know, I think I got all of that when I said it's piloted by dozens of helicopter blades.
Hell yeah.
I've made a beautiful, beautiful ship. Is there anything that I...
Yes, so you will now be the one who selects... What's
the
next on
wrecked
the
car? Oh, the wrecked car?
Yes, what is the wrecked car that is the chassis of our ship?
I'm also trying to think of what is going to be really fun for Neo to put on the cover, the album cover.
A Tesla with 1 billion helicopter blades.
Can I put a Cybertruck?
Oh, because those things are obvious trash.
Yes.
There we go.
I mean, it's just really fun to make it a school bus.
I knew you were
Oh
going to
my
pick school
God.
It's
bus.
just really fun, and also it makes it so that we can find a useful piece of trash.
Ooh.
Nice.
That just seems fun. And also,
interesting.
imagine a school bus with 1 billion helicopter blades on the cover of this. You don't have to imagine it. You're looking at it right now.
And there are little raccoons poking their little faces out of it.
Certainly big and obvious.
Yeah.
I'm now choosing which home appliance is inside of this school bus. My choices are food processor, vacuum cleaner, or washing machine.
Where's the air fryer?
Clearly these raccoons don't own an air fryer.
That's why we're so sad.
In hopes of giving us a little longevity with this beautiful beast, I'm going to give us a washing machine, which gives us the chance to remove a complication card at some point in the adventure.
Oh, interesting.
Nice.
Okay.
And Neo, you'll make the final decision. Which carnival ride has been incorporated into the chassis of our ship? So this is, I'm assuming, above or below the school bus and underneath the helicopter blades.
And think about what you want to draw.
Yeah, well, let's see. There's octopus, gravitron, and zipper.
You know, because it was so, it was just so not rickety before. It was so easy to move aerodynamically.
I'm having a thought. I don't know if I should share and influence you or let you
Well, no, show me, influence me.
The idea of the bus with all of like the octopus arms carrying the helicopter blades
I
and like
was
an
gonna
pattern.
pick
That's
octopus.
kind of
I kind of
metal.
wanted you to pick the octopus.
The idea that the blades are independently spinning and then their axes of rotation are also orbiting the school bus. This is like
so dangerous.
This is like
Well,
horrid.
Again,
is
well armed.
horrid.
We have 8 of them.
Yeah. I'm going to pick, in that case, it's got to be octopus, and it gives us the bonus to reach out with long arms.
Long, dangerous, whirligig arms.
Only some of them have helicopter blades.
Before we continue, I'm very curious. What are the bonuses for the things that we didn't choose?
For the gravitron, it would allow us to eject trash or raccoons. And for the zipper, it allows us to scoop something up and pull it into the ship.
Cute. Alrighty. All she needs is a name, which I think Holly, as the designer, your character is the designer of this ship, so I'm down to give you naming privileges here.
So I know we're thinking aquatic, but I was thinking tornado. So let's meet in the middle. Hurricane.
I love it.
Oh, that's perfect.
A hurricane of raccoons.
A hurricane.
Hurricane.
That's crazy.
I'm going to write that on the sheet, and the hurricane is named. Speaking of names, we're going to need to meet our intrepid adventurers for this lovely adventure.
No, I think we can call it here.
Yeah, we're done.
We're done.
Yeah, it was just to build a flying ship simulator.
The treasure was the
yeah.
trash we built. Let's start with the creator of this incredible vessel. Who has designed this ship?
My name's Ranch. I don't really hang out with many people anymore. I'm pretty distinctive for my puffy, faded green fur. I used to be a TikTok star, but after my owner dyed me green, we got deplatformed and canceled. So they brought me to the junkyard along with all their streaming equipment. So it's just been me and then your tap, the old hurricane over here in the junkyard.
Does it have a ring light strapped to it?
Yeah. So as I said, my look is fur puffed with static. My personal goal is to test a new invention. Ta-da! The thing I want to steal is a dehydrator for more jerky for the winter that's coming up. I've never spent a winter outside before, so this will be interesting. And my list of actions is I'm very cunning, I'm very inventive, and YOLO.
Yeah.
And my relationship question for Skyler's raccoon is I'm actually pretty excited about this next trip. Does that make you more or less at ease, and why?
I'm terribly nervous. To give my name, I'm going to be playing Turkey Jerky, otherwise known as TJ. And I get that you're excited. I get that this is your first time out on a gig like this, but as someone with experience who's seen good trash folk get guttered, I just can't bear to stand it happen again. You're too green, Ranch. You're not experienced.
All right.
Oh, sorry. I know that's a sensitive
Low
color.
blow, dude.
It wasn't. Yeah, it's happening again already. Hi, I'm Turkey Jerky. Most of the junkyard knows me as TJ. I'm stout, square, and old as all hell. Turkey Jerky is sitting at 18 years of age in the wild. They are, the darks of their fur grade so much that they blend in to the whites. So every morning I have to dip my hands in some oil and paint on my mask because it's long since faded. My personal goal is to challenge someone to single combat. Specifically, that damned Rottweiler at the ranch.
Yeah.
They got us last time, but never again. The one thing I want to steal is that automatic pet feeder, because when times get tough, it's going to help us to ration out the food during the long, hard winters. Mm-hmm. Also, as much meat as I can to make it up to little old Jacklings, who didn't make it last time.
Jacklings.
But
Christ.
I'm ready to do this again. It actually wasn't related, bear attack, but still, he would have loved to see. It's anyway, he would have loved to see it happen. But my abilities, my list of actions is I'm very brave, I'm very deft, and I'm very strong. I'm going to carry this team on my back. And speaking of which, to Neo's character, I protect you in the junkyard, seeing as you're kind of the littlest. When was the last time, and what exactly happened?
Oh, that was easy. I was playing in the junkyard, and then I fell into somewhere, and I'm not really sure. It was a big pipe, and I fell head first, and my little butt was sticking out, and I couldn't squeeze out, even though I'm so small. And I got so stuck, and it was so dark and scary. And then I was crying out for help, and little TJ just grabbed me by my tail, and whoop!
It's the last time I let you get into a can of Pringles.
But it smells so delicious. Sour cream and onion.
You're gonna be sour cream and dunion and don't get your act together, Krinkle. You can't be reckless.
But YOLO's one of my traits. Hi, I'm Krinkle. I'm the littlest raccoon in the junkyard. I'm just a little baby. I am kawaii. I have big eyes and a small pie hole. And I'm just a little baby, and I have a little quinkle in my tail. That's why my name's Krinkle. I want to steal something. It says small and meaningful, but my real desire is I'm gonna steal Christmas. Because Santa's never came to my house. And maybe if I steal all the lights, maybe Santa will know where to go. And then I'll get to have a Christmas.
Julian is crying. I've done this bit 4 times to her now.
Every time. This is the image of a tiny baby raccoon in a little cardboard box and never met Santa.
Hear about him at the mall.
And my other traits are sneaky, sensitive, and also YOLO. Because I'm a little baby and I don't really understand the consequences of life and death. My question to Julian's character is, I was once scared of something in the junkyard. How did you help me get over it?
I told you a radical story that made you not afraid, dude.
Nice. I don't have a sense of fear anymore.
And that's thanks to me. What's up, everyone? I'm Rad, and I'm a roach.
Nice.
Rad, the indestructible roach, also known as Rad the Radical. Yeah, he's here, he's strong, he's fearless, and oh boy, he's persistent.
They somehow got sunglasses on this roach.
Yeah, they're born that way. Rad is a fat Madagascar roach with the personal goal of coming back from certain death, because that's what roaches do. Sorry, mic's in my face. One thing I want to steal, and how could that improve life in the junkyard? Skateboard. Duh.
Little tech.
Oh my god.
I want a skateboard. I want to trick it out, dude. Anyway, relationship question. Ask it of the creature to my right. Oh, what's up, Branch? You once saw me survive certain destruction. I don't remember that. What happened?
Well, I was testing out the bus, and it started moving, and it was crazy. That thing went over you, dude. I thought you were squished, and you somehow weren't. You somehow moved into the grooves of the tires, and I've never seen a miracle like that.
Oh, yeah. I thought that was you just like, I don't know, giving me a massage.
Oh, cool. You're hardcore, dude. You're rad.
That's my name. So with that, we have our characters, and we have the ship, the Raccoon, and we've learned a little about the setting, the time of year. Just hear those sleigh bells jingling, ring ting tingling too. Oh, it's lovely weather to steal Christmas with you.
That's how we make it not copyrighted.
Yeah.
You hear that? We're invincible.
We're done. It's time to steal Christmas, y'all, because these raccoons and roach have been living it up here in the junkyard, and now with the Hurricane finally in flying condition, it's time to get a Christmas tree for ourselves.
We're gonna steal Christmas.
Yeah. And also for the viewers, Skyler and I are also playing some of the pre-made character sheets. I am playing Vibrissa Ranch, the inventor.
And my character sheet is based off Maria Triple XL, who's essentially the Colossus Raccoon.
I'm playing Kit, the littlest raccoon.
Named Krinkle in our play. I'm the only one who kept the OG name because I love Rad.
Rad's rad.
Rad the Roach.
Hell yeah.
Can't beat it. So, I'm going to do a quick little distribution of our complication cards for scene 1. Ooh. As a little reminder, complication cards can be played if you have an unhelpful role. Playing a complication card onto the table will turn that roll from unhelpful to helpful and inject a new little bit of complication into the scene. But if later on an unhelpful roll causes the marking of a problem, we will consult the areas of problem mentioned on these complication cards, and if there are any that are not yet marked, those all get marked as soon as the problem hits. So complications don't stop problems, they delay them to ensure things go even catastrophically worse later.
Amazing.
Perfect.
These run in 2 tracks. In scenes 1 and 4, we'll be marking problems on the ship track as things get worse and worse and worse for our completely indestructible and not at all rickety flying machine. And in scenes 2 and 3, the problem track will be of the house, and it will prepare us for exactly how much of a ticking clock we have for when
Amazing.
things go terribly wrong. Scene number 1 is the flying of the ship. We've got the neighborhood map out right here in front of us. In the spirit of Krinkle, I'm going to use this little crinkled up piece of trash to mark where our machine is on the map. Who begins? That would be the person who saw a raccoon most recently. They will have the first turn.
That be me. I love Central Park because at night, fat little raccoons crawl out of the shadows to pick up trash.
As a little reminder of how gameplay works, on your turn, and we will do turns and then go clockwise, so it'll go Neo, then me, then Holly, then Sky, repeat. You say what you would like to accomplish, and there'll be a little list of possible things you can do with your turn for each scene. That'll change scene by scene. You say what you want to accomplish, and you pick one of your 3 character approaches. Then you roll your d12 and see where it lands on your list of actions. This tells you what your character literally does, and then whether or not the approach you picked is one of the valid approach styles for the action you roll will tell you if this approach is helpful, meaning we make progress, or unhelpful, meaning we mark a problem. From there, you will be able to narrate how everything goes, and once per scene, if you roll an unhelpful roll, you can choose to play a complication card to delay that problem, but this is only once per scene, so be tactical with when you use it.
Quick question. Say in scene 1 where we are in the flying bus octopus thing, and I play a card that would introduce a complication, but we make it without it showing up. If we fail in the escape, will the complications from scene 1 boil over into like scene 5 or 4 or whatever?
Yes. Complication cards remain in play face up on the table, so we know all the complications that have added to the story. To clarify, those complications, the things written in text on the card, those enter the narrative immediately. And then they add problems once a problem comes to domino them into place. And everything from scene 1, 2, 3, and 4 will all stay up on the table, so we have a mounting list of complications to consider.
Amazing.
Perfect. So for scene 1, Neo, we will be in the flying the ship scene. We've gotten out the neighborhood map, we've started in the junkyard, and on your turn, you can do one of the following 3 things. You can move the ship on the map from one space to the next. If you make an unhelpful roll, the location you're in will give you ideas of how things go wrong, depending on the narrative. Or, for extra fun, move it in a random direction instead. Another option, if you want to snag some trash from the location you're currently in, you may attempt to do so. Otherwise, keep it moving. The main goods are at the house. Or, option number 3, you can deal with unforeseen consequences, because things are gonna happen, and they'll be silly. This scene is our chance to describe the ship and how it moves. When we launch it, is it teetered on a mountain of trash waiting for a push? Is it already floating, tethered to the ground by wires and old rope? Is it loaded into a giant cannon and fired? We will finish this scene when our token hits the ranch house, which is on the far end of the map.
I think between the 3 options of chemical plant, electrical substation, or one-day shipping warehouse. Looking at the greater trajectory of the map towards the ranch house and Krinkle's love of lights, I think Krinkle's gonna steer us into electrical substation.
What is your approach?
Listen, if you're launching a flying death trap for the first time, you gotta go YOLO, baby. So let's roll that die and see if I get a YOLO. Yeah, that's right. I got 5. Put yourself at risk to get or use trash. Sneaky, sensitive, YOLO.
Okay.
Wow.
Give us a description. How does this grand voyage begin?
So, for the Hurricane to take flight, it needs a little bit of juice to get it kickstarted. Ranch has built a contraption that helps manually jumpstart the machine. It is a large hamster wheel attached to like the remnants of a generator, which is jerry-rigged with a bunch of cables to the Hurricane.
Amazing.
So the way to get it started is I have to use the hamster wheel trash contraption that's been built manually. So Krinkle gets in the wheel and starts running and and the generator starts to like really generate some juice, and you can hear as the Hurricane brings itself to life, and as the beast hovers and flies and takes off towards the power station, Krinkle has to desperately run from outside of the generator into one of the dangling little cables that drop down from the Hurricane, leaps on, and clambers their way up to the Hurricane proper.
Amazing.
Good job,
That's fantastic.
Did I do good?
You did great, kid.
I got it off the ground and okay, I'm gonna take a little lie down.
Yeah, good job.
Hey, kid, don't you worry. You wanted to get some lights, right?
Yeah.
Ooh, Rad on its turn, he, it pronouns for Rad, of course, is we're right over the electrical substation, and this kid needs some lights to call on Santa Claus. I'm going to go and try and get some trash from the electrical substation.
Nice.
So that I can get something that shines real bright in the night. My approach is going to be fearless. I'm like, don't even stop. Keep it going. I'll be right back.
So brave.
All right.
That's a 12. Make things worse.
Instantly.
Don't worry, guys.
Don't worry, guys. I got this.
Makes things
Makes
worse.
things worse. Wow, so 12 is just
Make things worse.
just makes things worse.
It's the
Amazing.
fumble.
Amazing.
Amazing.
That's the fumble.
It's very cute because on the D12 provided in the box, on the 12, it has a little raccoon.
That's amazing. So cute.
I think I'm going to avoid the marking of our first problem. I will play a complication. And I'm going to be a little liberal with my interpretation of the text here, but it feels valid for the location. The text of the card I'm playing is, a fierce storm pummels you, tossing your ship like a toy, which I'm going to read not as a literal windstorm. I think we maybe hit a little bit of a electrical... I think we get a boost that we don't expect as we fly a little too close to the electrical substation, and as I'm trying to find a position to offload, leap down, and do what I can to gather some trash. We veer, and one of our blades hits one of the cables from the electrical substation. It sends a jolt through our machine, and I think we fly in a random direction.
Nice.
Gosh.
I'm just gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let's divide this D12. We zoom eastward, thankfully in a semi-productive direction, towards the office buildings. As in my initial attempt to grab us some lights, I think the complication here as well to own the making things worse situation. I think Rad did make it off ship.
Oh my god.
So I think Rad fell into the electrical substation and is now trying to catch up.
Oh, God.
And we'll see where it is by the time we make it back to me.
Oh my god.
Holly, what's up? We're in the office buildings.
Well, it's Ranch, the most depressed raccoon. It's not going right. It's just not going right. I knew we should have gone to the one-day shipping warehouse. Amazon Prime always has some junk.
That's okay. Now we got a little electrical boost. And Rad always turns up. That's just Rad. He'll show up again.
All right, well, I think we should try to head to the hardware store. Maybe if we need to find some stuff to help. I'm going to try to move the ship. I'm going to be inventive because, I'm using my ship. I got 5, which, oh my God, it worked. It's build a Rube Goldberg machine to do a thing. So, using my Rube Goldberg machine that is full of dominoes, a hamster ball, some string, a funnel or two, and some magnets. Also, powered by the electrical current. I get this thing moving, and we start moving in the correct direction as we were kind of previously off course. Mm-hmm. Need to use all that so I can steer correctly. I didn't think about the height of the steering wheel.
We're all just stacked on top of each other.
I love it. And with that and the surge and the re-steering, you're able to clear clean over the tops of the office buildings and soar higher and higher up. We are now over the hardware megastore. Skyler, what is TJ's approach?
Rad got himself into this. Rad can get himself out. They're persistent. They'll find a way. We can't turn back now. Not when we're so close. I want to push us forward, and I'm not pushing us forward towards, what is that? The ops? There's like a police station? No, we're going directly to, is that a fast food joint?
Yes.
It is.
McDonald's!
We're boycotting.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's right.
Turkey Jerky wants to just get this shit moving in the right direction. So we're going to try to use the Hurricane and be deft, be quick about it, I think is the best way to tackle this. That is a 9, which is strong and deft. So that is a success. And it says I'm either throwing trash or a raccoon. So I think, oh my God. How am I getting us to fast food by ejecting something?
Oh, hey, guys. You look in the back and you see Slow Thomas.
Thomas hitched a ride.
Famously unhelpful on these missions.
Famously unhelpful.
Hey, guys, it's me, Slow Thomas. Sorry I'm a little late. That's my thing. What did I miss?
Oh, Slow Thomas. Great. You hitched yourself into one of the back seats. Cool. You didn't miss much. Actually, I need your help here. We've got one of the wires stuck in the fire escape for the back of the bus. Could you help me get this out real quick?
Sure, boss.
All
Point
right,
me in the
cool.
right direction.
Excellent. So you're just gonna look over on this side and whoops.
Oh boy, the hardware mega store is right below me.
It's a hardware store, but maybe they have soft stuff inside, right?
Cover your eyes, Krinkle.
He was a liability anyway. What is a soft thing at a hardware store?
Simply the roof. It's like the roof is hard. I don't think we're gonna learn what was his name? Slow Thomas.
Slow Thomas, yes, your favorite NPC.
Thankfully for him, he falls slow as well.
Yeah,
So actually landed very safely.
Yes, Slow Thomas disappears from sight, and we'll learn what happened with Slow Thomas later or never. Bye, Slow Thomas.
Bye, Slow Thomas.
We've made it over the fast food joint, and so far we've picked up no trash on the way here.
But surely there's a little bit of time for a little McDonald's, a little snack for baby.
Just can't be while I'm looking.
Well, I'm going for a little snack for baby.
Yeah, if it's TJ bringing the Hurricane up to the drive-thru, it's one black coffee and we're moving on.
Yeah.
You get it from the trash. We're boycotting. We don't need to get canceled.
Wow, this canceling thing sure seems to happen a lot, huh?
You're too worried about your media presence. We can get the kid a McFlurry.
Nah, guys. Not a joke.
What's the approach?
Krinkle wants a little trash. So we're going to stop and get some trash, and I'm going to do it sneaky style.
Sneaky style.
I thought about maybe sensitive style, because I do be freaking at sensitive style. But let's go sneaky style and see if Krinkle can't get a little McNuggets for himself. Yes! That's an 11. Show up where you're least expected, sneaky style.
See, they're going to check the dumpsters. They always check the dumpsters. They wouldn't expect one to just come up to the drive-thru window.
Yeah. The bus is at the drive-thru, and it's like, let's call it 2 a.m. You know, it's Christmas Eve.
You cannot imagine how jaded the McDonald's employee at the 24-hour McDonald's on Christmas Eve manning the empty drive-thru. The Hurricane thwackas up, and you just hear, "Can you go around to the first window first? You haven't ordered yet."
Oh, okay.
Oh, and the human probably hears,
Beep, 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 beep.
Have fun with the Foley, Skyler.
Oh,
This
this
is
is gonna
going
be
to
a
be such
nightmare.
a great episode for this.
What are you talking about? This is going to be so much fun.
love it.
You love it.
So while the Hurricane is distracting this befuddled and seemingly somewhat nonplussed employee, how is Krinkle getting something?
Oh, Krinkle was legit just going for a full Skyler story earlier, where I'm just going to show my cute little face and my cute little grabby paws and hope that the stoned employee who doesn't give a fuck will just give me something because
my
they want to see me
God.
eat super cute.
I love it. Show up where you're least expected is definitely just show up at the drive-thru and ask. So I completely see it.
Yes.
Let's roll on the trash table.
So maybe while Krinkle is making a distraction, if TJ and Ranch want to actually get something useful, they're welcome to.
I guess I'll get something.
I'd like a coffee, black, fries, black. Y'all don't do Whoppers here. That's the other guys. Okay, fine. I'll get a McGriddle, black.
We're not paying for any of this.
Just all of it, toast to a crisp.
See, there's a D100 table, so we could roll on it.
Ooh, that's an 86.
86. I'm going to look kind of in the proximity of 86 of things there or thereabouts that they might have at a McDonald's, because fishing net seems a little bit of a stretch to me.
So
I
you
didn't
didn't
get
go to
the fillet of fish.
Could just be food.
But, okay, wait, 2 beneath it is salad bar without the salad. And the idea, the employee looks in the back, and you see that this is one of those McDonald's that still had a salad bar from when they were trying to go ritzy in the 2000s, and it's been, like, not operated at all in the last, like, several years. Employee just kind of looks at that, looks at these raccoons, looks at the setup of the device, and just kind of grabs you a bunch of different salad bar implements and bowls from the derelict salad bar, brings them out, and just kind of hucks them into the window, and 1 black coffee.
Good man.
And I get my little McNuggets, right?
Oh, of course. So I'm adding salad bar sans salad.
It's a salad bar without any salad, but a surprising amount of McNuggets.
Mm-hmm.
Ranch does a hard turn out of the McDonald's when it comes for the payment.
Jameson, was that the folks who were meant to take the salad bar? I think so. At 2 a.m. on Christmas Eve? Dude, I'm not getting paid enough to ask questions. It's gone. With that, we make it back to Rad. I'm going to do the deal with unforeseen consequences thing of I need to get back to my ship, damn it.
Yep.
I'm going to be persistent
Yeah.
to get back to this damn boat.
Hell yeah.
Come on, Hurricane. You ain't seen the last of Rad yet. Ayah.
Oh no.
So far, Rad has been nothing but failure. Also, the only failures, funnily enough. Which is extra bad because that means that my complication from earlier is going to trigger because only 1 complication per player per scene, so I cannot belay failure again. The approach of number 9 is lift something improbably big. So I get back to the ship in an unhelpful manner is what I'm learning, because I don't want Rad to just be out of the narrative, but it's coming with a swath of problems. The 2 different things that get marked, one is the initial strain, and then the card I put down earlier is a helm complication. So we're marking the first 2 complications. Number 1, straining. The ship's rivets might pop at any moment.
Oh my god.
Really great for a helicopter build.
And number 2, the helm. The ship is noisy, makes a mess, or gets caught in trees and telephone wires or smashing into a building. Describe what happens. So I think Rad has caught up. He's lifting something improbably big. He is carrying a generator. Guys, don't worry. I brought this just in case. And he slams it into the back of the bus.
Or do you slam it through the front of the bus's window?
Yeah, he slams it in through the front of the bus's windows while it's semi-parked at the drive-thru. Only half of the blades are whirring. He sees that and thinks like, oh no, they're out of power. I gotta fix this. And just hurls the electrical generator through the front window, shattering it, severely off balancing the Hurricane. It nose tilts ka-chunk down into the ground, and let's see. The ship is noisy, makes a mess, or gets caught. Makes a mess is, I think, the better approach here. Right as the helicopters are kind of coming back online to lift the Hurricane back into the air, is right as I hurl this through the window. Rad scurries in afterwards and says, "You folks didn't think I wasn't coming back, did you? Whoa!" And the whole thing kind of teeters upwards, flies and hits the golden arches, and sends it toppling into the roof as the first McDonald's in the neighborhood is opened by the upended, or it could be a McDonald's. It could fall sideways, but I like McDonald's. It's gonna fall W side up straight into the roof and get buried there, and a whole lot of lights start coming on from around the neighborhood. Watch is definitely going to be coming soon, but we're back in the air.
We got a jet.
We got to get out of here.
Gosh.
Ranch.
I knew it was too good to be true. All right, let's just get going.
Don't lose hope. We're so close.
Morale's got to be high if we want this to work. We made it this far. We can't turn back now.
All right. Just my grubby little hands. Crack 'em. Let's get going to the ranch house.
And I think I'll use a very sardonic YOLO
Of you only live once.
and try to use that to move.
Amazing.
And of course I fail.
Dang it.
I get a 5 again as my Rube Goldberg machine starts going. I'm like, that's not helpful. We were going the right way.
And I think this makes a lot of sense. I'll use one of my cards as a wing or a fin is coming loose. Seems very thematic as we have made the McDonald's. And as all the other octopi fins are going, foo, 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 when I'm going, foo, 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 I'm like, oh, come on.
And though the arm dawdles loosely off the sides, the machine, due to the playing of your card, is still able to stay on track. You sardonically YOLO your way directly over the ranch house, bringing us to scene 2. It's time to board this house.
We made it! We didn't explode and die in a fiery cataclysm in the first scene. Good job, everybody.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Scene 2 is a short scene that'll bring us to the conclusion of this episode. I'm going to deal out our scene 2 cards.
Do we discard the scene 1 cards?
Yeah, you can just put them back on the deck in the middle. So, boarding the house. Land ho! You have found a ripe, freestanding house with a garage and cable internet. From the loose leaf sheets, get out your house sheet that corresponds to the house you've arrived at and play this short scene. On your turn, do one of the following. Find a way to park the ship, or at least keep it from crashing into the house. We're probably more at that point than we are at the former. Find a way to get into the house, or deal with unforeseen consequences. We'll finish this scene when one of us makes a path into the house that the others can follow. First up is going to be TJ.
Well, this thing's, already one arm down. We've only got 7 more. I think we just gotta get this sucker landed as safely as possible. And I think in the face of all of these whirling, dangerous, now pseudo-electrified helicopter blades, Turkey Jerky's gonna just try to be brave and getting this thing to the ground.
Love it.
Hell yes.
Start strong.
That is an 8, which is land smack in the middle of something. It is deft and brave. I think he's like, we can't disturb the house, but they don't need all these trees here. I think he's just going to jump up, grab the little wheel of the bus, and use his body weight to spin it off into the side as we careen oddly safely, probably thanks to the helicopter blade shaving off some of the branches as we land in a small nest of trees, just a little outside of the house.
I love it. So we're like just above the roof.
Yeah, I'd say it's maybe a small scurry down and then into the yard or into the pool area, like a little just off the property, like something
these
in like
trees right here?
Yeah, one of these two trees.
Cool. Love it. So we're right kind of behind the house. We have an overlook of the patio, of the swimming pool. We're a little above and kind of off to the side of the roof itself. Krinkle, how are we getting in?
So, now that we've landed safely in the tree, Krinkle takes a scan. This house is lit up and decked out, lights everywhere, inflatable Santa Clauses and reindeer, and from the patio, Krinkle sees the big glass doors from the family room that look out onto the patio and the pool, and inside, the most beautiful, gorgeous Christmas tree with lights and ancient, antique-looking little baubles and doodads, and on top, a shining, beautiful star. Krinkle can't help himself. He toddles right up to that glass door and just presses his face right up to it with his little grabby hands. And as he's like, looking at it like,
Wow, it's so beautiful.
I'm drawn in by the beautiful spirit and power of Christmas. I'm gonna have to go sensitive style. 10. Sensitive style!
Let's
Oh
go.
my god.
And it says, even better, so perfect, follow a smell. Krinkle smells these beautiful, perfectly decorated Christmas cookies sitting under on a big plate next to the roaring fireplace and a warm glass of milk. And Krinkle follows their nose, and the glass door is just unlocked.
It's a safe neighborhood.
It's a safe neighborhood. Why would they need to lock their glass patio doors? That shit slides right open. Krinkle, giving no hoots, drawn in by the power of cookies, is beelining it right for those bad boys.
No hoots, no hollers.
Incredible.
All right, so I've done this before. We're gonna have to get a ladder. We're gonna need to find rope. We're gonna need to somehow maneuver some of the Christmas lights so we can get down into the... Where the hell is Krinkle?
Cookies.
I think he opened the door.
They smell so wonderful.
Let's go, Krinkle. That's radical. Rad leaps on down and scurries up next to Krinkle.
I guess that works too. But no bedrooms.
All right.
With that as our posse of... No, they're not I can't say posse of possums. As our rabble of raccoons
There
and
you go.
additional roach scurry their way up to the open glass doors, the wafting scent of cookies, the pine scent of the tree, a gorgeously decorated interior, an electrical fireplace left irresponsibly on overnight just for aesthetics. Lights twinkle overhead, and there's just enough light to see here on the mantle a beautiful family portrait. A family portrait that looks a little familiar and perhaps brings a bit of a dark turn to the Christmas spirit, as Ranch, the influencer TikTok family that threw you away.
What?
It seems they've moved.
What the fuck?
And who better to have their Christmas stolen on the next episode of Tiny Table?
They even have the damn ring light set up for the next morning.
Oh god, they've preloaded the whole shoot for the Christmas morning.
Diabolical!
Kids
my
are
God.
content, but they won't be very content.
Oh.
See you next time, y'all. Ho 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 indeed.
And happy holidays.
Happy holiday!
Hi, and thank you for listening to our podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, then we'd really appreciate if you left us a review.
If you really like what we do here and want to support us further, you can join us at patreon.com/tinytablepodcast. Our business email is also open for inquiries at tinytablebusiness@gmail.com, and all of our socials can be found in the episode description for any shenanigans you might want to follow. Till next time, see ya!